You've been told you're just a person trying to make it through life, struggling, surviving, hoping for a little luck. But that's the lie. The truth is, you're not just human. You're a reality shaper, a creator with the power to design outcomes, not just react to them. The problem? No one showed you how to use the one ability that makes it possible, your inner vision. While most people stay trapped in routines and distractions, those who awaken this power begin to see how the world really works and how to bend it. This isn't about fantasy. It's about perception shift. It's about learning how to tune into the invisible code behind your experiences and take conscious control. You've felt it before, when a hunch turned out right, when your energy changed a room, when you imagined something and it showed up. That was real. In this video, you'll discover how to awaken that ability on command and use it to reshape your reality from the inside out. Because once you do, you stop living like a character and start editing the script. 1. Your inner vision is the architect of reality. Most people walk through life believing they're reacting to an external world that has already been set in stone. But what if that world is actually responding to their inner world? That's where inner vision steps in, not just as some mystical power, but as the silent architect behind reality creation. A person can be staring at the same situation for years, stuck, until one day they shift their perception and everything changes around them. It's not magic, it's mechanics. Reality isn't reacting to your struggle, it's responding to your signal. Inner vision isn't about predicting the future, it's about creating it. It's like having a mental blueprint for what you want to experience, feel, and become. The problem is, most people build that blueprint by accident. They focus on fear, lack, and limitation, and wonder why their life keeps looping the same outcomes. But when someone becomes aware of their thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, and starts choosing them with intention, they start building with conscious control. They're no longer passengers, they're the engineers. Take someone who always expects things to go wrong. Guess what? That's the reality their mind keeps projecting: missed opportunities, toxic relationships, constant setbacks. Now flip it. Imagine someone who wakes up every day, visualizes how they want to feel, speaks their intentions out loud, and acts from that energy. It's not delusion, it's direction. That's reality creation in real time. Inner vision tells the mind what to expect, and reality tends to follow those instructions. It starts small, deciding how you'll show up in a meeting, imagining the exact feeling of signing a deal, or seeing yourself calm in a situation that normally triggers you. Over time, these tiny projections reshape your experience. You're no longer just dealing with reality, you're shaping it like clay. And once you start realizing this power, you can't unsee it. The next step, of course, is realizing what's been blocking that inner vision all along. 2. Deconstructing the human filter. Most people don't realize they're seeing the world through a thick lens built from childhood patterns, cultural programming, and emotional baggage. It's like wearing foggy glasses your entire life and never knowing there's a clearer view. That filter is what limits inner vision. It narrows what you perceive and defines what you believe is possible. When someone says, "That's just how life is," what they really mean is, "That's how my programming taught me to see it." But the truth, you're not your beliefs, and you're definitely not your filter. This filter is what keeps people stuck in loops, attracting the same problems, feeling the same frustrations, repeating the same outcomes. To start shifting it, you need to become aware of your inner narratives. Catch yourself in the act of thinking small, doubting yourself, or assuming the worst. Ask, is this thought mine, or was it planted there? Even journaling your automatic thoughts at the end of each day can reveal the subconscious code you've been running. Awareness cracks the shell. Once you spot the filter, you can begin rewriting it. For example, someone who grew up hearing "money doesn't grow on trees" will see wealth through scarcity. That person might sabotage opportunities without even realizing it, because their inner vision has been shaped by limitation. But once they challenge that idea, their perception shifts. They start noticing chances they never saw before, connecting with people who can help, and making decisions from abundance instead of fear. That's not luck. It's conscious control over the filter. It's perception shift at work. This isn't just about thinking positively. It's about seeing clearly. You strip away the noise, the lies, the fears that were never yours to begin with. And what's left? A mind that can perceive life without distortion. When the filter dissolves, inner vision starts working on a whole new level. You don't just react to what happens, you understand why it's happening and how to change it. And that's when silence becomes more than peace, it becomes power. 3. The stillness portal. Accessing the command center. Most people misunderstand stillness. They think it's about sitting cross-legged and zoning out. But true stillness isn't passive. It's where your real power lives. It's the doorway to conscious control, a place where the noise of the mind finally takes a back seat, and inner vision steps forward. In silence, you're not escaping the world. You're stepping behind the scenes. You're not trying to stop your thoughts. You're learning to stop identifying with them. That's where the shift begins. Imagine your mind like a room filled with static. Every random thought, every anxious loop is just background noise cluttering your perception. Stillness acts like a remote that mutes the nonsense and tunes into a different frequency. That's when you start noticing things. Intuitive nudges, clarity about decisions, even sudden solutions to problems you've been overthinking for weeks. In that quiet space, you're no longer reacting like a stressed-out human. You're responding like a grounded creator. Here's something practical. Set a timer for just 7 minutes. Sit down, close your eyes, and breathe slowly. Focus on the space between your eyebrows, not forcefully, but with gentle curiosity. Let your attention rest there. Thoughts will come and go, but don't follow them. Just stay. Over time, this practice becomes your personal access point. People have built entire businesses, healed relationships, and changed careers from insights that came in this space. That's not exaggeration. It's what happens when you access the command center. This kind of stillness rewires your nervous system, sharpens your inner vision, and makes you magnetic to new outcomes. You stop pushing against life and start aligning with it. Decisions become clearer, emotions become easier to process, and reality, it begins to organize itself around your silence. What most people call luck is often just the result of deep internal alignment. But to get there, your perception must become intentional, because what you focus on determines what becomes real. 4. Reality responds to focused perception. Reality doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to what you focus on. That's a hard pill to swallow for most people. They say they want peace, abundance, or love, but their attention is glued to stress, lack, and fear. Inner vision changes that. It teaches you to direct your awareness like a spotlight, shining it only on what you're consciously choosing to grow. This is where reality creation begins, not with effort, but with clarity of focus. Whatever you mentally water grows. Think of your attention as a cosmic laser. The more focused it is, the more precise the outcome. For example, if someone wants to start a business but spends all day imagining it failing, guess what gets reinforced? But if they practice daily visualization, seeing their ideal client, the emails flowing in, the joy of doing the work, reality begins to mirror those images. It's not fantasy, it's frequency. Inner vision allows you to rehearse your success until it becomes familiar. And what's familiar feels safe to the mind, so it starts creating it. Here's a practice anyone can try. For 5 minutes each morning, vividly imagine one scene you want to live. Make it specific. Feel the air, hear the sounds, notice the emotions in your body, whether it's closing a deal, reuniting with someone, or walking into your dream home. Make it real in your mind. This isn't just mental fluff. You're training your brain to expect it. And the brain, once trained, filters your external world to match that expectation. That's conscious control in action. This is why some people seem to attract miracles. They're not lucky, they're focused. Their perception is locked in on what they want, and reality starts bending in that direction. The world becomes cooperative when your mind becomes consistent. But even more powerful than focus alone is when your emotions get involved, when you not only see the outcome, but feel it before it happens. And that brings us to one of the most overlooked tools in the process, the energy of emotion. 5. Energetic sculpting, feeling to shape the unseen. Most people treat emotions like background noise or annoying side effects, but here's the truth. Your emotions are sculpting your reality. They carry vibration, and vibration directs creation. Inner vision works best when it's fueled by emotion, because emotion is what gives your thoughts power and movement. You can think of a goal all day long, but if you feel like it's unreachable, that feeling will override the thought. The key is alignment between vision and emotion. That's when reality starts listening. Let's say someone wants to manifest a new job. If they imagine the job but feel unworthy deep down, the signal they're sending is full of resistance. But if they start to generate the feeling of already having that job, confidence, security, joy, then something shifts. They start behaving differently, showing up more boldly, and noticing opportunities that were always there but filtered out. That's how inner vision and emotion work together, like a code and the electricity that runs it. One gives direction, the other brings it to life. Try this exercise. Close your eyes and imagine one thing you want. But don't just picture it, feel it. What does it feel like to already have it? Can you hold that sensation in your body for 1 minute straight? If you can, you're already doing energetic sculpting. That feeling sends a signal that reshapes what the world reflects back to you. Do it daily. This is how the unseen becomes visible, by becoming emotionally real before it becomes physically real. Emotions aren't just for reacting, they're for creating. The more deliberately you use them, the more precise your reality creation becomes. And here's where it gets even deeper. Symbols and images carry emotional energy too. They speak to your subconscious in a language beyond words. Once you learn to use them, you're no longer just feeling your reality into form, you're commanding it with codes. 6. Commanding through symbolic consciousness. The subconscious mind doesn't speak in long sentences or logic, it speaks in symbols. That's why dreams are filled with strange images, recurring numbers, or impossible scenes. Your inner vision, once awakened, becomes fluent in this symbolic language. Instead of only thinking in words, you begin to see meaning in patterns, signals, and synchronicities. This gives you a new way to communicate with the deeper parts of your mind, the parts that actually shape your experience of reality. Symbols are ancient tools of reality creation. From the Egyptian Eye of Horus to the spiral found in nature and sacred art, every major tradition used symbols to unlock hidden awareness. And you don't need to be a mystic to start using them. You can create a personal sigil that represents your intention, wear a symbol that reminds you of your inner power, or even place visual cues around your space that anchor your desired future. These are not decorations. They're instructions being fed to your subconscious every time you see them. Try this. Write a sentence that represents your goal, like, "I am financially free." Remove the vowels and repeat letters, then turn what's left into a unique symbol or glyph. Draw it on a card, wear it or meditate on it. Over time, this becomes a symbol of alignment, a visual code that holds emotional power. Your subconscious sees it and begins shaping behavior, mood, and perception to match the energy encoded in that symbol. It's not superstition, it's symbolic programming, and it works best when combined with focus and feeling. When you begin to live with symbolic consciousness, life starts speaking back to you. You see numbers repeating. A book falls off a shelf with a message you needed. A stranger says something that unlocks an answer. It's not coincidence, it's a reflection. And the more fluent you become in this visual and intuitive language, the more precisely you can command your inner reality, which brings us to a powerful shift. Not just seeing the illusion, but stepping outside it. 7. The end of passive living. Becoming the observer-creator. There comes a moment when a person looks around and realizes they've been reacting to life like a background character. Bills come in, they stress. Someone pushes a button, they explode. Opportunities show up, they hesitate. It's not that they're weak, it's that they've been hypnotized by the belief that life is something that happens to them. But once inner vision awakens, you stop being the reactor and start becoming the designer. That's when everything changes. You go from surviving to sculpting. The observer mindset is the first level. It's when you watch your thoughts and emotions without getting caught in them. You become the witness, the one behind the mask. But the real power comes when you step into the creator mindset. That's where you use your awareness to influence outcomes on purpose. It's not about controlling every detail. It's about choosing your frequency, holding your vision, and letting reality adjust. And it does. Because the simulation doesn't lead, you do. Let's take a real example. You're in traffic, running late, and someone cuts you off. Old self. Curse, tense up, ruin your mood. Observer self, notice the reaction, breathe, let it go. Creator self, shift focus. Visualize arriving calmly. Feel the energy of flow, and somehow, things open up. A light turns green. The lane clears. You arrive in peace. It sounds small, but these moments stack up. They retrain your nervous system. They show you that life bends not when you push harder, but when you align deeper. The illusion is that you're stuck inside a world of rules and randomness. But once inner vision becomes your guide, you realize you've been holding the controller all along. The game doesn't play you, you play the game, and the more you awaken, the more you start spotting the seams in the simulation. What used to look solid starts to feel flexible, and right there, in that strange awareness, you unlock the power to shift everything. If you want to elevate your vibrations and manifest with more ease, I have prepared something special for you. Click the link in the first pinned comment and join us in the journey of awakening your inner mage.